Hello, people. Welcome to Showers TV. This is a channel dedicated to entrepreneurs, a channel dedicated for finance issues pertaining to investment, anything business is what you get on this channel. Today, we're talking about an important issue concerning why should Africans trade amongst ourselves. Trade is the engine of growth. Trade has really propelled so many countries to be where they are now. But if you look at Africa, we don't see that much of trade going on amongst ourselves. In fact, according to the World Bank, within Africa, the intra-African trade is only 10%, which I think is woefully inadequate if you compare to over 60% with the Western world and the Asian countries. Why is it so that as Africans, we rely solely on importation? Why is it so that as Africans, we import wheat, we import rice, which our fertile land can easily get us all of that? So basically, this is the import of today's message that I'm coming your way with. Have you asked yourself as an African, or have you researched what your country imports most? Aside cars, aside telephone, aside petroleum, medicine that Africa imports, we do import into our various countries wheat, rice, tomatoes, poultry feed, anything consumable, including clothes, textiles. So what are we doing? Why is it that as Africans, we don't buy amongst ourselves? Number one, lack of information. The availability of information for one to get to know where and how they will be able to get a particular product or service is not adequate in Africa. You can even try it on Google, getting information about products and services in Africa. It's not easily accessible. I should put it that way. Not easily accessible. Why is it that if you want a product in China, you can easily go on Alibaba, go and search whichever product that you would want to import from China? Why is it that if you want something from Europe or the Americas, you go on Amazon? So why don't we have a portal of a sort, which is solely going to be a platform where if you need any information about business, any information about trade, any information about services, as an African, you go there, you are sorted. It doesn't matter which country you come from. You just go there, you ask for whatever you need. Then these providers will be on this platform and you are sorted. Why don't we have that in Africa? Information is lacking. For us to be able to get Africa trading among itself or herself, we need to make sure that there is a portal somewhere on the web where all Africans can go there and access any information, any kind of service. Number two, if we talk about goods and services, there are so much barriers. Why should a product from Nigeria coming to Ghana, a product from Ghana to Cote d'Ivoire or say Liberia take 3-4 days at the border? What is it? We need a mindset change. The African politician should synchronize their mindset. They need to come to a mutual agreement, a partnership of a sort. They need to get to know that, hey, look, we are doing our various countries a disservice. For that reason, we need to change the status quo. We need to make things flexible. We need to make things flexible to the extent that if you are an African, you don't need any laborious document, bureaucracy in acquiring document to be able to cross a border. Point number 3, as Africans, why a lawyer cannot practice his law in South Africa if he's from Ghana? Why a nurse should get additional examination conducted if he is from Burkina Faso and would want to practice in Ghana, or if he's from Nigeria would want to go and practice in Zimbabwe? There should be a common platform. There should be a common platform where all these examinations are standardized so that people will easily move to these countries and practice without hitches, without any work permit needed, no passports with visas. I think a passport, carrying just a passport for the receiving or the country in which one is migrating to get to know your identity should be enough for businesses and services to be easily and quickly disseminated so that people will be able to consume. Another point I think leaders in Africa need to sort of embrace is the issue of communication, language. I think Nigeria has over 400 languages. I stand to be corrected. While we not finding a common language, just a common language where I'll be able to speak when I go to South Africa, when I go to Ethiopia, when I go to Libya, when I go to Mozambique, Seychelles, wherever in Africa, everyone will understand. It's not too late. We can start this so that those who are coming under us will be able to take it up. We need a common language that every African will understand. It should be taught in every African school. I don't know which language. It could be Twi, it could be Yoruba, it could be Igbo, it could be Swahili. That language certainly shouldn't be a foreign language. It should be an African language that can be written and be spoken by all Africans. It is radical, but it is doable with time. If we all stick to it and say every African should learn that particular language, I think it will go a long way. Within 20, 30 years, everybody that is born, if is taught that language, within 20, 30 years, every African will be able to speak a language, so that with common language, communication barrier is 50% broken. We will be able to do everything as we want and get it done quicker. One thing that I've noticed that I think it needs correction or we need to improve on it is the issue of remittances. We keep getting remittances from our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. They send a lot of money to support their families down here. But what I have not seen most, or I would urge them to do most, is to come back and start businesses, invest physical, direct investment in Africa. They need to come and make direct investment in Africa. Don't just send the money. Your presence to nurture your business at that infant stage also counts. We all have been out there before, but we did come back to make sure that we start something little with our presence, nurturing it. When it grows and you put systems in place, you can definitely go back whilst your business down here in Africa makes money for you. I think we need to make sure that area is strengthened and strengthened well. More rich Africans out there. and more rich Africans on the continent need to start business, and they need to start entrepreneurship. They need to invest not only in real estate, but they need to put value on our products, value on our natural resources. That's what Africa needs. I don't see why, if I can get a product in Nigeria, if I can get a product in Burkina Faso, Mali, Liberia, Sierra Leone, I don't see why I cannot just pick a phone and call a brother or a sister on the motherland, on the continent, and get it, rather or go to the Europe or America or China to go and get it. So what we need to do as Africans is to deliberately, intentionally try and consume what we eat, support, buy things that are being sold and made in Africa. We need to be deliberate about it. No matter what, it is the only thing that will make Africa flourish is when we make a brother or a sister rich. Yes, the only way that we will make Africa flourish is to make a brother or a sister rich. When we make a brother or a sister rich, the country within which the brother or sister dwells becomes a rich country. The continent within which a brother or a sister dwells becomes a rich continent. The ripple effect will easily make the person get there. So we need to deliberately buy Africa, eat Africa, support Africa. It is something that needs to be intentional. We need to be conscious whenever we are buying anything. Consider that of an African first. Then if you don't get it, then you can look outward. You need to look within before you look without. We are not trading among ourselves a lot because the bottlenecks, the bureaucracy, the taxes, the long delays in getting goods and services across borders, the barriers need to be lifted. This is another reason why we are not competitive. So our government need deliberate policies. African Continental Free Trade Area is a very good move. It is a start. The 90% waiver of tariffs is okay, but I think it should have been 100% waiver of taxes on all goods and services among Africans. It's a good step, but the implementation should be quick, and we need to make sure that it is implemented to the book. It's a very good move. It's a start. That's what we've been craving for. That's what Africa needs. And whichever people that sat down to draft such a policy for all 54 African countries, I think so far, out of the 54 have signed. It's a good thing. They need to be commended. That is the way to go. So the reasons why Africans should invest in Africa, Africans should trade amongst ourselves, is for us to prosper. Nothing more, nothing less. If we trade amongst ourselves, if we do business, help each businesses in Africa to grow, we will grow as individuals, we will grow as a collective body, we will grow as countries, we will grow as continents. And the people in the continent will prosper. Thank you very much for supporting. Thank you very much for sticking around, watching the video up to this point. I very much like the support. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, do so, like, share, and comment. Thank you.